coming out to support one another, to uplift all of the phenomenal women that we have here in our city and community, and then to our honorees here, if we can give them a hand. Before I get started, I want to acknowledge all of our elected officials in the room. So if I can have all of our elected officials please stand up so we can honor you. Thank you so much for your service. Mayor Melton, they just don't do right. They don't do right. And then also, if there are any clergy in the room, if you could please stand. I know. She stood up. If you can stand up, please, we want to acknowledge you all as well. Thank you. I see her over there. So I just think about last year and, you know, how it started with a vision. And I'm like, we have to do something for our women. And so when we wrapped up last year, it just was a great event. It was sold out. It was a great time of networking and fellowship. And I immediately started thinking like, okay, what can we do come next year? And how can we make it better? So the first things first was some food. I'm like, you gotta feed people, right? And so we got food. So we have a wonderful brunch presented to you today. So that was the first thing. And then the second thing is I wanted us to have a speaker. I thought, they don't want to listen to me for a whole, 2-3 hours. So I'm like, let me find someone who is that loves our community. Kyra Epps was born and raised in Chicago, so she's from the Midwest. And she's a Hoosier, because her and Mike, they live in Indianapolis. So she's a very successful career woman. She's a mother, she's a wife. And so I know she'll be here shortly to share some words of encouragement with us. And then the last part is that the nomination process. Last year, Eddie had just taken office. It didn't really leave us a whole lot of time for planning. And I really wanted to make sure that I engaged the community in the nomination process, because this isn't the Crystal Melton show. This is about you all. This is all about honoring you all, celebrating you all, and what a better way than to get our community members involved to nominate someone that they thought was worthy of the award because of the work that they've done and the impact that they've made on the community. So that was the third thing. So we were able to implement all of that into this wonderful second annual Ladies First Women's History Month event. So, also want to talk about, so when I initially put the save the date out there, if you all were looking, you noticed that there was a $20 charge, to get in, and that's just to cover the food. Well, we have some amazing people here that are our sponsors, and because of them, we were able to make it free of charge. So let's give all of our sponsors a round of applause. We have our title sponsor, Taft Law. Our platinum sponsors, Haywood and Fleming Associates. Our Gary Firefighters, Local 359 is here in the building. Edgewater Health. WDS Group and Northwest Indiana Health Disparities Council. Tolbert and Tolbert, LLC. Our gold sponsor, Harris Law Firm, and I've seen Attorney Harris walk in. Silver sponsor, DJ All Owt, he's up there somewhere. And our bronze sponsor, Community HealthNet. You will be hearing from some of our sponsors throughout this morning, afternoon. They really have made this event what it is today. So it is my honor to give them an opportunity to address you all on this morning. So I have a great team. Kyra, hey! Let's give it up for Kyra And she has her beautiful daughter with her. So yeah, I just wanted to also say one thing. When you all were checking in downstairs, there is a sign-up sheet for the Literacy Task Force. I talked about it last year, and we are up and running now. We had an orientation, so if you want to be a part of this wonderful group of volunteers, please make sure to sign up before you all leave. Now, it is my honor to bring up your and mine 22nd Mayor of the great city of Gary, Mayor Melton.
Let's give Crystal one more hand, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. Is it morning, afternoon? Good mid-afternoon morning. First off, we thank God for being here today, this opportunity to celebrate Women's History Month with this second annual event. Again, before I just jump into my formal welcome remarks, Crystal touched on the work that she was doing when we first got in office with the literacy initiative. So I want to thank her. I want to thank her for taking on the charge of being First Lady and identifying an initiative that we feel that's going to have an impact on the youth and children of the city of Gary. And all of the volunteers, and this is with every school. She actually went to every single school in the city of Gary and had conversations with public, charter, faith-based, and just really learning to figure out what can we do as a community to wrap our arms around our children and support them. So I want to thank her for her leadership in that effort. It's an absolute pleasure. Thank you. It's an absolute pleasure to welcome you all to the second annual Ladies First event, celebrating Women's History Month right here in the great city of Gary, Indiana. This morning, afternoon, whatever you want to call it, this morning is about honoring the strength, resilience, and brilliance of the women who have shaped our city, our community, and our future. First, I want to take a moment to recognize the incredible woman behind this event, Crystal, and her team and volunteers. Thank you for your vision, your dedication, and passion for ensuring that Ladies First continues to grow and inspire many young women and women in the city of Gary. Your leadership reminds us all of the power of women in action. I also want to extend a warm welcome to our friend and esteemed guest, Mrs. Kyra Epps. Thank you so much for being here, Kyra. Crystal and I are very grateful for the friendship that we have with you and Mike, and we are always pleased to have you here in the city of Gary. The contributions of women in the city of Gary runs very deep. I want to get a chance to acknowledge and thank our clerk, Suzanne Rads, who is here as well, for her leadership in the city, and so many other elected officials, but also community leaders and organizers from the very beginning of the city that helped shape me as a leader as well. From individuals such as Senator Erling Rogers, to individuals like Mayor Karen Freeman Wilson, individuals like Katie Hall, and so many women that have leadership not just in the city, but nationally, if not globally. We are very grateful that they are products of the city of Gary, Indiana. As we celebrate today, let's remember that honoring women's history isn't just about looking back, it's about building forward. It's about continuing to support, empower, create opportunities for the next generation of women leaders. So enjoy today, and thank you so much. And I hope you have a great time this Women's First event. Thank you for having us.
I mentioned a little earlier that you're going to hear from some of our sponsors, so I thought this was a really good time for you to do that. So our first sponsor, first person I want to bring up is Miss Denise Dillard. She is representing Northwest Indiana Health Disparities Council and the WDS Group. And my link sister, yes she is.
Thank you, First Lady, so we keep this all appropriate. Thank you so much. And certainly, giving thanks to God, welcome to all of you again for being here today. Looking fabulous, ladies, looking fabulous. And gents, you too. So we want to thank you. And Northwest Indiana Health Disparities is a group that came about because a woman, some of you may know her, Rose Thomas, she came out with Lake County Health Disparities. And Rosie was just everywhere in Gary. She loved Gary. She loved wanting to make sure we were healthy. She worked with the police officers a lot to try to talk about healthy living and wellness and physical and mental wellness. Everyone you take to jail isn't a criminal. They may be ill. They may be ill. They may have missed their meds. So this is something that she wanted to expand their footprint even more so. We were blessed to have her come to talk to a couple of us. Another person involved was Tony Gillespie. And Tony represented also Brothers Uplifting Brothers. And he wanted us to understand HIV/AIDS, understand that we have a responsibility to look at that from a physical and mental standpoint of wellness, not just illness, wellness. So Northwest Indiana Health Disparities came out of that love for Gary, came about in 2007, and we are still here. We have been the platform for governors, for secretaries of state, for Congress, people who have come throughout to do a platform with us, representing us, our communities. I want to say thank you today for all of your support, because many of you have been our collaborative partners, and we thank you for that. Because we don't present that as a service, it is your platform to state what it is regarding education and wellness. Education, our First Lady has taken on literacy. That is a huge disparate area. When our children are not reading at level, that's dangerous. When you cannot read your discharge papers from the hospital, that's dangerous. When I'm talking to you about chronic disease or chronic kidney disease, most specifically, that's dangerous. So we took on the whole advocacy of literacy. I could go on and on. She asked me to say a word, not give a speech. So I'm going to say, one of the things that we are doing constantly is celebrating women. To look out and see the generational movement of enterprising women right here in Gary, Indiana. You may not be from Gary, you may have come to Gary. We thank you. We thank you for being a part. We thank you for your innovation. We thank you for wanting to do better and doing better. Today I had planned to introduce you to two authors, but I'm going to do it anyway, even though they could not be here. Because cultivating women is uplifting women as well. Being that partner, not looking and saying, I can't work with you, but being that partner that says, what do I need to do to work for you? That is the movement. And two of those women have now become authors. So I want to introduce one, our First Lady will know, Victoria Smith. Victoria Smith is a young woman from Hammond, Indiana, graduate from Purdue University, both her undergrad and master's level. She has just I heard a hoo-hoo. She has just published a book called Angels Watching Over Me. Angels Watching Over Me is her experience with one of her second or third graders who lost her mom. And in losing her mom, she saw the inefficiencies of handling this little girl's wellness issues. And she took 2 years, hired an illustrator, and wrote a book. And it is now published and out. Northwest Indiana has co-sponsored her book as well as hosting and introducing her book, and she's coming out, so we'll be getting to a school, a neighborhood near you. Another person is LaTanya Woodson. LaTanya Woodson is an Edgewater employee that has been there as a, congratulations, Edgewater. She is the director of community outreach, and she has written a book also for children. And it is 3 books in a series, but it's leader is Romeo. And Romeo is a dog. And so the name of the book that we're going to sponsor moving forward for her is My Friend is Different, So What? And I thought, what a cute title to say you belong. You belong. So part of what Northwest Indiana Health Disparities will continue to do is make sure that people understand through education, through literacy, that you belong. You are here, and we're here to make sure you're supported. We want to thank all of you again for being here. Thank you to my mayor always for his support, and certainly to my First Lady. Thank you. Have a great evening.
Okay, thank you so much, Ms. Denise. The next sponsor I would like to bring up to say a few words is Dr. Danita Johnson-Woods from Edgewater Health. She's our CEO, and she's also my little sister. Thank you, Crystal. Good afternoon, everybody. It is a pleasure to be here on this day, International Women's Day. And I thank First Lady for honoring all of these special people on this day. We're right now celebrating Women's History Month, and I have been to 3 events celebrating Women's History Month and International Women's Day over the past 3 days. And so I hope it continues. But I have to say, I really want to talk about how important it is for us to recognize the contributions of women over our history, because that is very important. And we have to recognize the barriers and the challenges that women face as they aspire to move up in more responsible positions, but also as they try to inspire and encourage others. I know firsthand how difficult it is trying to navigate in the waters that typically we are not in. For 30 years, I have been the only African-American female in the state of Indiana as CEO for a certified community mental health center. And now, today, the only African-American female for a dually accredited certified community mental health center and a federally qualified health center lookalike. So you can imagine it has been a challenge, but we persevere. So although we do experience difficulty in terms of obstacles and barriers that are put before us, we also have to recognize the value that women bring to any given situation, especially in the workplace, in government, education, everywhere. We bring value, and so it is only fitting that we have a seat at the table. So we have to continue to aspire, encourage each other. We bring value, we bring thought leadership, and sometimes that's not recognized. And so I just want to say that we have to continue to persevere, continue to gravitate to those people who support us, who want us to succeed, and don't forget the men, because there are lots of men who are very supportive of women and helping them to aspire and move up. So we don't want to forget the men, but I want to ask you ladies, please, 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 we must support each other. There is enough business, enough of everything going around. We, number one, have to support each other. And once we begin to support each other as we should, then we know that everybody else will support us as well. So again, I want to say thank you to the First Lady, and thank you to my friend, Mr. Mayor. I appreciate all of you. I know he's right, he's back there. And again, I congratulate all of the honorees today. Thank you.
An NAACP Image Award-winning television producer, Kyra has spent over a decade bringing powerful stories to life behind the scenes. You may know her best from OWN's hit show, Ayanla Fix My Life, where her vision for authentic storytelling built a loyal fan base. But Kyra is more than just a producer. She's a trailblazer. She stepped in front of the camera as the star and executive producer of HGTV's most streamed show of 2023, Buying Back the Block. Alongside her husband, comedian Mike Epps, Kyra is a mompreneur, wife, designer, and influencer. But above all, she's a woman on a mission. Whether through television, design, or community work, Kyra is proof that when you take control of your story, you can change the world around you.
It is a true honor and privilege to have Kyra here with us today. today. Eddie and myself, along with her and her husband Mike, have formed such a beautiful friendship, and I'm so glad that she was able to be available this month, and with her schedule being as busy as it is. So it's like I said, it's an honor to have her here. She's a Midwest girl. She's a Hoosier who lives in Indianapolis as well, yes. So she's such a beautiful person, obviously on the outside, but even so much more on the inside. So it is truly my honor to welcome my friend, Ms. Kyra Epps. Happy International Women's Day. First and foremost, thank you, Crystal, First Lady. I appreciate you so much, and I've learned so much from you about being a woman of support. You are truly a gem, and you represent what especially a Black woman should be in the industry, to your city, as a mother, as a wife. I'm so happy to know you, so thank you so much. Everybody looks so great. First of all, give yourselves a round of applause. And thank you all for having me. When Crystal reached out to me and asked me did I want to speak today, I was like, okay, well, what am I going to talk about? How am I going to do this? How long do I have? And you know, I've had a really interesting journey, but I thought about what I wanted everybody to leave here with today, and I thought of three things. One, that is to be the leader of your life. Take your story, keep the promises you make to yourself, and never give up on those. Two, you have to be the CEO of who you are and what you desire to have. And three, you have to build your tribe of women, and you also have to support women. So just to give you guys a little bit of a rundown of me, myself, and how I got to this place today and my journey. So I started off in Chicago, wanted to be a news anchor, didn't quite work out that way. I eventually started working in television behind the scenes at 22 years old. I was a producer in LA at the time, making really good money. I was making really good money. And I was doing so well, right? And I never thought about having kids, never thought about being married, because I was career focused. I was like, I'm smart, I'm the best at what I do. I was climbing this corporate ladder, and I was doing really well. And then I met Mike. And everything changed. He's like, I want to have your baby. And I was like, a baby? What am I gonna do with a baby? And I say right here is where I changed as a woman. I became a woman. But not only that, I fell down a million times in this process of motherhood and being a wife and going from being this aspiring young woman who had all of these dreams and goals, making this great amount of money and being independent, to having to be next to somebody. And I remember specifically when I got pregnant, I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna go to this office and I'm gonna work for this person, right? But then I can't be with my husband or my child. So I had to make a really pivotal decision in my career at that point to either figure it out and like change my career or not be with my kids and my husband. And that was probably the hardest part for me, because who I was on the inside was a creative. I needed to build and grow and do. And here is where I say that I had to figure out how to not give up on the promises I made to myself, and how to be the CEO of my life, because I was drowning. I was like, oh my God, I can't do what I know how to do very well. And at that point, I remember I was working on a Y'all Fix My Life, and I wanted to talk about this with you guys too, because this is such a part of me that I felt myself growing so much, and this was nearly a decade ago. But we would get thousands and thousands of emails, right? And these were people that wanted to be on the show. So I'm going through the emails, and I was telling the young one, I said, all I see is the trauma of mother-daughter relationships. It was just constant. I'm in tour with my mom, my daughter's not doing this, my grandmother. The relationship here was just this trauma of generational curses between mothers and daughters. And at that point, I was like, okay, I have to figure out, well, of course I was growing and learning while the show was taking place anyway, because you get to learn from this person who's so experienced in life. But it encouraged me to build within myself. So as I'm growing and learning as a young lady in the industry, I'm working on this beautiful show that's helping people, especially Black people around the world, to better themselves, heal their traumas. I started to heal my own. I didn't not pay attention to what was going on around me. I was very susceptible to everything that was happening. So I got a therapist, right? Which I think, for me, is like one of the biggest things you can do is to create and help yourself. Create the people around you that can nourish your soul, nourish your spirit, nourish your insides. And that helped me to build a better relationship with my mother, which helped me to become a better mother to my daughter. I wanted to unthread things that I didn't need. And I know most of us have things that we can unthread from our childhood, from our traumas. You know, as Black women, we go through a lot. Our mothers go through a lot. Our mothers go through a lot. So I think that there was a lot that I had to unthread. And my daughter is sitting right here right now. And it makes me so emotional because I had to do so much work to get to this place today. And I look at my journey and I see that everything happened the way it was supposed to, but I had to be ready and willing to receive the gifts, the lessons, the journey, the love, you know, the hardships, and I had to be willing to, again, be the CEO of it. Okay, this is coming toward me. I'm having a child, I'm having problems with my mom, this is happening, I need to go to therapy, I need to be a better mother for my daughter. What do I need to do? I had to get a therapist, I got a life coach, I got everything, okay? If I need something, I'm going to get it, I'm going to find it, and I'm going to help myself. And so that was one of the biggest things I would say too, is like, as a woman, we have to find the bridges that connect us, because we all have individual powers and strengths, you know? If you don't have a mom that gave you something, maybe you need to talk to somebody else's mom. If you don't have a person that can help you build career-wise, go find that person, network with that person, build your tribe of women that can help you grow to whatever you aspire to be. One day I had to look in the mirror and say, what do you want for yourself? Who do you aspire to be? Who do you want this little girl to see? Who do you want her to remember? Is it a fly person? Get you some fly clothes. Is it a person who keeps her hair done? Keep your hair done. Is it a person who speaks well? Get a speech coach. What do you want? And don't negate on that. Don't bend the corner and maybe I'll do it later. Do it today. Because you only have one life and you only have one time to be the best version of yourself. So I took all these necessary steps and I'm still learning and I'm still growing, but on this journey, as I figure out who I am and what I aspire to have and be, it has been a journey of me finding my tribe and figuring out all the women that make sense for where I'm going in this life. Crystal, you being one of them, you know, I look up to you in so many ways, and I pull from you, you know, as we all should each other. And then I remember specifically, I was getting married, and I got the biggest message, and I didn't understand it at the time, it was nearly a decade ago. This older gentleman said to me, he said, you are going to be the soul. He said, because marriage is like music, it's like R&B, you know. There's a heart,
and then there's a soul. And you're gonna be the soul. And I was like, I'm gonna be the soul? What do you mean by that? He was like, you're gonna figure that out. And so as I started to grow in my marriage, I started to grow as a woman. I became a mom, I'm a stepmom to, 5 girls. I have my own daughter, and I'm pregnant now, so I'm about to be a mom of 3. I'm like, there's a lot of kids, real ghetto, I had to figure a lot of things out. But he told me I was gonna be a soul. And so now, as I'm embodying this woman, this mother, I realized what that meant. I am the light. I am, and when you think about R&B, right, I think about the heart being, the blood that pumps, right? My husband is the protector. He's the blood that pumps. He's the strength. And I am the soul. I'm the light. I'm the flow. I'm the energy. If I'm sad, the whole house is sad. If I'm off, the whole house is off. So my identity as a woman has been to be the gift. When I see other women, I smile. I am in a space right now that feels so magnetic to great things that bad things I cannot hear. I really can't. And I think my grandmother, she's right here, she be calling me with the gossip. I'd be like, girl, I gotta call you back. I don't hear none of that. Because I can't internalize. Oh yeah, I know, I be telling them about you, girl. But no, it's all good. But I don't want to, and I'm not in a space to internalize anything that throws me off of my balance, because I have a job to do. I have a gift to give, and that is my energy and my presence, And it feels so good to be around great people, and it's that magnetic energy. It's that, who is she? What does she do? How can I be around that? And I think we all have that to give. We all are the soul, right? We're women. And it's so funny because my husband always says, you take so long, you put so much energy into this and that. I'm like, we'll never get it. It's so great to be a woman. It really is. You'll never understand. But it's just, I think about what it is to be a woman, and I really do feel that message that I got years ago about being the soul and being the flow and being the energy and being the light. And I applaud each and every person here today who is able to do that, because I know we're all, mothers, and grandmothers, and friends, and business owners, and I'm just proud. I'm proud of each and every person in here who is able to get up every day and keep giving energy to life. Because it's so easy to give up. It's so easy to take on your grandmother's story, your mother's story. It's so easy to not create your own path. But the journey continues forever. I thank you, Grandma, for all that you've done for me. My grandmother is exceptional. If you know her, you know me, okay? And my mom had me at 16. My father died before I was born, so I never met him. And my grandmother was just such a pillar in my life. She is the woman that never missed a day of work. Even if I graduated, she said, I'm coming to your graduation, then I gotta go back to work. So she never missed a day of work. And I have only seen women work my entire life. I have seen women bend over backwards to make things happen my entire life. So when I was telling you guys that story earlier about how, when I got married, I was like, I can't do this. I'm struggling inside because this is all I know. All I know is women who get things done, who work, who take care of their families, who love hard, who give. And so I'm like, I can't be a housewife. I can't sit in this house all day and cook and clean your drawers. I can't do that. So I got a housekeeper. But I didn't, I really didn't know. And that was another thing too. I'm just rambling right now because I had a speech prepared, but it ain't going where I wanted to go. I remember specifically too, when I had my second child, now I don't know if you guys got multiple children, probably do, but one child is great. Two children, I died. Okay, like literally, it was so difficult. And again, I grew up community baby, right? It was with my grandmother, with my aunties, with my great grandmother. And so I didn't believe in having a nanny. I didn't believe in having help. I'm like, my husband and I, we live in a completely different state than my family, so we don't have any family in LA. And I was struggling. I was like, I need help. Nobody's here to help me. My mom is in Chicago. My grandmother's in Chicago. I didn't have any help. And I remember having a conversation with my husband, and he was like, listen, we gotta run this the way we gotta run this, right? This is not 30 years ago, 40 years ago. We have to do what we have to do to continue what we need. And I'm like, I gotta run this show. I can't wait for my mama to come grab my hand. I can't wait for my grandmother. I am the owner of my own life. What do I need? What do I need? And so I started to really figure out my needs and my wants, and I applied them to my life. And it changed my life because I got in control, And I think that we all need to get in control, especially as women, of our story. What story do you want? I know there's a lot of beautiful ladies sitting here who I know are in control of their own narration. They're narrating their life. This is who I am. This is who I'm not gonna be. This is what I want. And they apply it. And so I say, in closing, because I've been rambling, that you are, as women, the flow, the energy, the light, the soul. You carry so much responsibility, and I know you do, but there is so much in return that we get from being great women with great energy. And I am just so proud to be here. I thank you all so much for having me, and happy International Women's Day.
Thank you. That was beautiful. Please give her another round of applause. A lot of good nuggets there and wisdom, and definitely appreciate you spending time with us today and giving us those wonderful words that we needed to hear. Because it's definitely not easy doing what we do as women. So I have another sponsor that I would like to bring up, another one of our platinum sponsors. And they pretty much speak for themselves here. So and it's so funny because Chief is smiling at me already because he already knows he's up next just by the intro. But if my wonderful people from the Gary Firefighters, Local 359, if you don't mind coming up and saying a few words to all of our guests.
Checking my clock to make sure it's afternoon so I get it right this time. But this is the president of Gary Firefighters Local 359. I'll go ahead and... So this is Kevin Bencook, the president. I'm the chief, Larry Tillman, appointed last year. We came in this together, representing for the city, filling the gap in public safety, which hadn't been filled in a long time. And all of us up here was raised by very strong women. And we appreciate that. And like what was said earlier, we have to take care of each other. And we know that it's a gap in our community in strong men supporting the women of our community. And that's what we are here to do. And we are also here to take that weight off of the women who are raising these strong men in the street and taking that responsibility upon ourselves. And so we are reaching back. We are grabbing those who look like us and making sure that they know what they have to do to be strong and responsible members of society. So I'm honored to be here on this day that we celebrate these strong individuals, these women. They make our world a better place. They're inspirational. They are a beacon of light in a bleak world, you know, where there's a lot of stuff going on. So I'm gonna go ahead and hand it over to Kevin, but I'm honored to be here. I'm honored to still be a part of Local 359 as the chief of the department, and I will continue to support all their endeavors.
Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing today? Good, good. As the chief just said, we're so honored to be here. The First Lady called us up and asked us to come on out, so we said no doubt. And we're extra excited because our little sister is here today. You see her up here grinning. She can't wait. But I'm not even gonna start talking about her because I'll be to set the ceremony off and get these awards getting passed out. So we're honored to be here, and we want to congratulate all the beautiful women up here. And I'm gonna pass it to my Vice President, Tyrone Jackson. He doesn't like to talk much, but he's gonna say a little something.
I'd like to congratulate all the women that's getting the award today, which I know two of them, one being my cousin and one being Ashley Stewart.
Frida is over there too. Where's Frida? Oh, okay.
I am Miss Frida. But everybody that know me know I do my best to try to support strong women, period. Whenever anybody call, I always got their back. I feel like we supposed to stand up for y'all. And protect y'all. We supposed to take the hits and the wounds, so you know y'all can stay cute and do what y'all do and support us.
This is another member 359. This is one of our trustees. He's also the EMS director. He's over the whole EMS department. This is Brother James Morris.
Good afternoon. Just want to say congrats to our honorees. Nothing more, nothing special. And it's an honor to be here. Thank you all.
All right. We have another sponsor who will be coming up before we actually have the presentation of our honorees. And this is Miss Shalise Tolbert from Tolbert and Tolbert, and my soror as well.
I'm not gonna say much because we have some wonderful women up here that are being recognized, but I just want to commend our First Lady, Crystal Melton, my soror, my friend. I love you for putting an event like this together because we don't do it often enough. We don't honor our own women enough, especially in our own Black communities. And y'all know that I'm about supporting our Black people, about supporting Gary. So I am proud that she has put something like this together. I am honored that you all are here on this dais being honored, and we need to make sure that we recognize one another more often. So thank you all very much.
Greatness is not measured by achievements alone, but by the lives we touch and the legacies we leave behind.
My name is Tawana Proctor Robinson, and I nominated Angela Hamlin Blakely for the Ladies First Sports Award. Her impact on the Gary, Indiana community has been a great one.
Angela Hamlin Blakely's journey is nothing short of extraordinary. From collegiate and professional athlete to esteemed educator and mentor, she has shattered barriers. Beyond athletics and education, Angela is a speaker, author, and spiritual leader. As senior pastor alongside her husband, Bishop Jamal Blakely, she has spent nearly a decade empowering her community through faith and service. Her book, Sis Flip the Switch, and her Women's Life group continue to inspire women to step into their power and God-given purpose.
I remember when we attended Crisis King Church together, that she would just roll up her sleeves and help in any way that she could. You would never know that she ever played in the WNBA unless she told you or you read it, because she does not act like she's better than anyone else. So I believe she really deserves this award, and congratulations, Angela.
Today, we celebrate a devoted wife, mother, mentor, and leader. Please join us in honoring the remarkable Angela Hamblin Blakely.
And you all will put your hands together for Miss Angela Hamblin Blakely, our honoree in the field of sports.
Wow, this is amazing. I just want to first thank God for being here. This is absolutely, I'm just in awe. Thanks to First Lady Crystal Melton and Mayor Melton, and I just give honor to all of you ladies that are here. I'm just speechless, I'll be honest. And I've gotten many awards, but this is so special. And so again, I'm so grateful. Happy International Women's Day to all of the beautiful ladies in the room. Thank you, Tawana. That is so sweet of you for nominating me. And again, I'm so grateful. Thank you.
Katisha's passion is undeniable. She doesn't just advocate, she transforms lives. A first-generation college graduate turned champion for equity, she has dedicated her career to ensuring every student has the tools to succeed.
I would like to congratulate Ms. Tony on this award. I believe she is more than deserving. She's done amazing work within the community and continues to be an inspirational leader to not only myself, but many young individuals within the community.
As the founder and executive director of Coates, Inc., she is on a mission, creating pathways to college and career success for underserved communities. Her expertise has led her to leadership roles with one goal, the Indiana Commission for Higher Education and Lighthouse Academies, where her vision has reached over 80,000 students across 7 states. Her impact has earned her prestigious honors, including the Purdue Northwest Society of Innovators, NWI Times Top 20 Under 40, and the Trailblazer Community Impact Award.
I look forward to seeing all the things you accomplish through Coates, Inc. and all future endeavors.
And ensures that every student, no matter their background, has a chance to thrive. Katisha Toney, a leader, a mentor, a legacy in the making.
Please join me in welcoming up to the podium our education honoree, Katisha Toney.
Okay, thank you all. I'm gonna read something. Thank you all so much for this incredible honor. Building Coates Inc. from the ground up has been a journey filled with challenges, sacrifices, and unwavering dedication. To stand here today not only doing the work that I love, but also being recognized for it is truly humbling. I want to express my deepest gratitude to the city that raised me, GI Stand Up. To Mia Trice, who nominated me, the First Lady Crystal Melton, Mayor Melton, and the Events Committee for acknowledging me and the work Coates Inc. is providing, and all the other women being honored today. Starting from an idea and building an organization from the ground up is not for the weak. Navigating growth, expanding our reach, building relationships, and ensuring people know who we are takes time and effort. There have been moments when I felt overwhelmed, balancing my multiple roles with Coates Inc., working another full-time job, and the 2 very important roles of being a mother and a wife. I've questioned whether I could keep going and contemplated quitting sometimes. Only God and prayer warriors have been providing me the grit and go-getter attitude I have needed to push through. But moments like this, being seen, being appreciated, serves as a reminder that the work matters, those sleepless nights were worth it, that I'm on the right path, and that I have to keep pushing forward to help as many young people as possible. I have to give a thank you to my family, friends, and specifically my husband for his support, being an unpaid employee sometimes, listening to all my ideas at all times of the day, night, middle of the night, and my sister, who has been rocking with me, working with me, and praying for me every step of the way since I started the organization. And for my kids for being my first junior employees and working all the events at every event that I need to take them to. It's truly been a family affair that builds upon the family legacy that my mother and father instilled in me, which is my organization and why it's called Coates Inc. Coates Inc. is my maiden name and a legacy that I proudly wear across my chest because it stands on the memory and the legacy of my mother, who is no longer here, and all that I learned from my parents, like grit, loyalty, and working hard for what you want until anything becomes possible. You'll continue to see Coats Inc. out in the community, creating opportunities and making an impact. I have to say, when you can use your voice in front of an audience of power, you use it. So unshameless plug, reach out to me. Learn more about what Coats Inc. does and what we're doing. Visit our website, follow us on social media, get involved with our events. Remember to invite us to your events. Donate to our programming if you can, and most importantly, volunteer and collaborate with us. We have our first annual wine tasting fundraiser coming up on August 16th. So save the date and also scan the QR codes that I unshamelessly put on the table. It has a code and ways that you can connect with us. So I'll leave you with this one of my favorite quotes. I can do things you cannot. You can do things I cannot. Together we can do great things. No one person or one organization alone can make the educational changes that are needed in our community. So the more we collaborate, the more we can do for the city we love and the people in it. So again, thank you all for this recognition, believing in Coats Inc. and believing in our mission. Thank you.
Master gardener with a decade of farm management experience, Frida has spent years researching the food as medicine concept, working to reverse health disparities and fight food insecurity in Northwest Indiana.
Frida has taken her career in healthcare to a whole new level. For instance, she has organized farmers markets in Gary and in East Chicago, probably when there weren't any. And she is also the administrator at the Faith Farms urban farm, where she oversees 5 hoop gardens that grow vegetables and fruits and herbs.
Through partnerships with the Indiana Department of Health, she leads programs that provide heart-healthy, culturally relevant meals 7 days a week, free of charge. She also oversees bi-weekly produce boxes, live cooking demonstrations, and nutrition education sessions.
I think that Frida is one of those unsung heroines that needs to be recognized, and I'm so glad that that's happening today. Thank you.
A leader, a healer, a champion for food as medicine.
Join me in welcoming our community service honoree, Ms. Frida Gray.
First and foremost, I gotta give honor to God. This is His vision. And He gives us provision to get His vision and to help our community. Thank you, First Lady. Thank you, committee. And thank you, Kyra McCready, my friend. I have to say thank you back there to my honey of 44 years. Thank you to my grown-ups back there, Angie and Danny. Thank you to my sisters, Linda and Shirley, my niece, Charlita and Missy, somewhere back there. I have to say, everywhere I go, and I've been fortunate through the vision and the provisions to be able to travel the last couple of years, Washington, D.C., all the place. Gary is always in my mouth because I'm here about getting our people healthy, growing food for our community. We're here to do it for ourselves. But as our pastor always says, Superman and Batman is not coming to save us. We got to do it for ourselves. So right now, we're reversing health disparities in our community just by the vision of God, just by the partners that we have, Community HealthNet, Miriam Healthcare, all the partners, Methodist Hospital, all the partners that we have. We're able to help people. We just get extraordinary results. Indiana University, the report that we got where people are able to save money and put food back in their homes, their blood pressure is stabilized, they're losing weight, their lab values are better. That's showing you that we're healthy. Food can do in our community, how we can help our community, and how we can uplift our community. Thank you, Mr. Mayor, First Lady, for thinking about it, and thank you all for always partnering with us in the city of Gary. Thank you guys so much, and happy Women's Day. I can't forget my brothers 359, wherever they are, Brother Kevin.
Meet Kyra Law, a dedicated mother, educator, entrepreneur, and community advocate from Gary, Indiana.
My name is Othenio Mahone. I am the principal at 21st Century Charter School, and I nominated Miss Kyra Law for Female of the Year in Small Business. The reason why I've nominated Miss Law, one, she's a phenomenal 8th grade teacher of ours who has shown her small business with our students, legendary cheesecake, which is a great food truck that has been going around the city of Gary and doing great things for our school as well as other students and other people across the city of Gary.
Outside the classroom, Kyra is a thriving entrepreneur. She owns and operates Legendary Cheese Steaks, a popular food truck traveling across the Midwest, bringing flavors and smiles wherever it goes. Her passion for building a better future extends to real estate, where she helps individuals and families achieve the dream of homeownership and generational wealth.
Ms. Law, on behalf of all the students and staff at 21st Century, we want to let you know we are extremely proud of you. You are definitely deserving of this award, and we would love to continue to celebrate the greatness that you are doing in the city of Gary. Thank you for being a beacon of light to our students and everybody else here in the city of Gary.
A teacher, a businesswoman, a leader, and a force for good, Kyra Law is proof that one person's passion can uplift an entire community. Clip from Nominator, her legacy is love, leadership, and lasting impact.
Please join me in welcoming our small business honoree, Kyra Law.
All right, so speaking is not my thing, but I think I should kind of have it down pat now because I already had to do this a couple times. So I want to say good afternoon, everyone. I am truly honored to be standing here today at the Ladies First event representing my small food business, Legendary Cheesesteaks. First, I want to thank God, my children, parents, First Lady, and the city of Gary, Indiana, for creating such an empowering space to celebrate women in business. It's incredibly inspiring to be surrounded by so many amazing individuals who are making an impact in our community. Starting Legendary Cheesesteaks has been a journey, and I couldn't have done it without the unwavering support of my family, friends, and fellow entrepreneurs. As a small business owner, you face countless challenges, but the love and encouragement from our community have been the driving force behind the success. While you may know me through various ways, whether it's being an 8th grade math teacher at 21st Century, being a super mom to 3, a realtor, or works in the community, I'm nominated today for Legendary Cheesesteaks. I started this business with the simple idea of sharing my passion for great food and providing an experience that feels like home. Whether you're grabbing a quick bite to eat or just always a part of our day-to-day, to all of our customers, old and new, I am thankful and for you and continue to support and trust us. Being a woman in business comes with its unique sets of challenges, but it also brings incredible rewards. It's empowering to know that we are paving the way for future generations of Black women and entrepreneurs, and I am proud to be a part of that movement. So I just wanted to say thank you on behalf of myself and Legendary Cheesesteaks.
Prophetess Marquette Coleman embodies the perfect blend of city strength and country wisdom.
Surprise, prophetess! I'm here today to let you know why I nominated you to be one of the Ladies First. I feel that you are so compassionate about everything that you do. I mean, you are the greatest pastor. You are a prophet. You are a teacher. Oh my goodness, in ministry as well as in the community.
Prophetess Marquette has dedicated her life to serving God and uplifting the next generation. Beyond ministry, she is an educator, mentor, and leader, teaching music and performing arts, coaching volleyball, basketball, and cheerleading, and producing stage productions that inspire and uplift.
I speak prosperity over you. I pray that you will grow even the more, that people all over the world, worldwide, will know the kind of person that you are because they see the true Holy Ghost in you. I'm thankful for you. I'm thankful that you'll be able to even write more books because you are a writer, you're a poet, you're just the whole thing, and that you're able to encourage us even the more.
Her love for God and His people is unmatched. Through every sermon, every lesson, and every act of service, Prophetess Marquette Coleman is a force for faith, education, and transformation. A leader, a mentor, a vessel for God's purpose.
Join me in welcoming our faith-based honoree, Prophetess
I was fine until they played that. All right. But I am truly honored to be here. I give honor to God, who is definitely the head of my life. And since I'm here as a faith base, I want to say hallelujah! Praise God! Again, I am honored to have this award. I got this speech wrote down, but for some reason I am overwhelmed right now, and I am really just excited about being here and being celebrated. A lot of times I heard one of the young ladies earlier say that we don't do this often enough, and we don't. There's so many women in here that's deserving of these awards, and I pray that they get nominated next year and the year after that, and so on and so forth. But I do want to give thanks to our mayor and to our beautiful First Lady and to all the city officials that may be in the house today. And I just want to give thanks for my husband being as supportive as he is. I couldn't do none of this stuff without him. To my babies, my 6 babies, 5 of them are here, amen. They are my backbone, whatever I'm doing, they support me. To NDT Church, New Divine Truth, Apostolic Church, and to Creator's Word Apostolic Fellowship, I want to say thank you for always having my back. And some of them from Illinois and Michigan, and they came just to support me on today, and it means so much to me to have such a backbone, right? I'm trying not to forget anybody, I know I will, but you all know that I love you much, and I am excited what God is doing in our life. I want to say I've been in education over 25 years, I've been coaching for over 25 years, and I now have, for the last 4 years, the only all-black girls volleyball club in Northwest Indiana. And so I'm excited to be a teacher, a mentor, a prophetess, but I'm most excited about being a mother. I love my children, y'all, and they are such a blessing to me, and I'm glad that you all, the committee chose us, because they didn't have to choose us, right? And I'm so excited about that, and God bless you all.
Dr. Janet Seabrook has dedicated her life to transforming healthcare and serving the underserved. A proud graduate of Gary Roosevelt High School, Dr. Seabrook went on to earn her Bachelor of Science from Tuskegee University, her medical degree from Meharry Medical College, and an MBA from Purdue University. As a family medicine physician, she saw the critical need for accessible healthcare in Gary. In 1996, while still a resident, she worked tirelessly with city leaders and the Indiana State Department of Health to bring a federally qualified health center to the community. Today, as CEO and founder of Community HealthNet, she has expanded the center from a small trailer to 8 locations, ensuring thousands of residents in Gary, Merrillville, Calumet Township, and Hammond receive quality medical care. Beyond her role as a physician and CEO, Dr. Seabrook serves as the City of Gary's Health Commissioner, advocating for breast cancer services, maternal health expansion, and reducing infant mortality in African American communities. She is a champion for public policy changes that directly impact the most vulnerable populations. Dr. Janet Seabrook is proof that one person's vision can change an entire city.
Please join me in welcoming our healthcare honoree, Dr. Janet Seabrook. And another late sister.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I almost said thank Crystal. Thank you, Crystal. I appreciate you. So to the mayor, to the first lady. Thank you so much to the volunteers that work with you to put this wonderful program together. I just want to say thank you for the honor. To my support system, I would not be the person that I am without my mom, who's here today with me. Raise your hand, Mom. My wonderful husband, who's sitting next to her, Dr. Isa, who puts up with all of my shenanigans, and I have a lot. To Amanda Hill, my executive assistant, who keeps my calendar and keeps me going where I'm supposed to go. Thank you so much. To Teresa Allen, RN, who nominated me. Thank you. I appreciate you. I really do. It was a total surprise when I found out. And to Tawana, I see you hiding behind the camera. Thank you so much. I am Tawana's daughter's godmother, and she has been with me for longer than we like to talk about, but thank you again for also being here for me and being a part of my family. I could not do the work that I do without the staff and the volunteers and the support system that we have at Community HealthNet. I could not come back to this community as a healthcare provider and see people in need and not do the things that needed to be done to help them get the services that they needed in the community. So I also have to say to my children, I have 2 children. One just graduated from medical school, thank you, Jesus. And that's my daughter. She is hoping to be an anesthesiologist, so she's in her first year as a surgical resident, and we pray that she becomes an anesthesiologist. And to my son, who's in his 2nd year at IU School of Medicine down in Bloomington. It was hard, and so when you were speaking, it really resonated with me. And you really don't think, as a mom, you just do. And my children actually grew up with the health center because I had to figure out how to do all things as mothers do. And so I'm not going to keep you. I know that everyone is probably ready to go, and I know we still have some more of the ceremony. And I just want to say thank you to everyone who has supported me and Community HealthNet. Thank you.
In the heart of Gary, Indiana, a young girl dared to dream big. Ashley Stewart, a scholar, an athlete, a warrior, and a hero.
Ashley Stewart. She was hired on the Gary Fire Department in 2018. Since being hired, she has served as a leader in the department from the time that she started. She's a pleasure to have on the department, and we're excited to honor her here today.
Graduating in the top 10 of her class at Westside High, Ashley didn't stop at excellence. She pushed beyond it. She served her country as a U.S. Army medic, mastering the art of leadership and life-saving care. In 2018, Ashley answered a new call to protect and serve her hometown as a firefighter. She leads with heart. She's not just a medic, she's a mentor, a role model, and an inspiration.
Since 2018, Ashley has served as a leader on the Gary Fire Department. She is a pleasure to have, and it is a complete honor to bring and present her to you all today. So we salute you, Ashley.
Ashley Stewart is more than her titles. She is proof that courage breaks barriers, that service changes lives, and that young girls can dream beyond limits. Ashley Stewart, a leader, a lifesaver, a legacy in the making.
And our public safety honoree is Miss Ashley Stewart.
All right, nerves, okay.
Good afternoon. It is truly an honor to stand before you today, not just as a firefighter, paramedic, or chief medic, but as a woman who is able to have the privilege of serving this community in this capacity. Being a firefighter means more than just putting out fires. It means showing up in moments of crisis, offering strength, and working alongside men and women who end up becoming like family. As a paramedic, I've had the opportunity to bring care, compassion, and life-saving skills to people in their most vulnerable moments. Every call, every patient, and every challenge reminds me why I chose this path. It is a path I choose over and over again. This profession is one that requires immense courage, both physical and mental strength, and most importantly, selflessness. Being a woman in this profession adds another layer to the journey. It has meant breaking barriers, proving resilience, and showing that strength comes in many forms. It hasn't always been easy, but every challenge has made me stronger, and every moment of service has reinforced my passion for this work. I am proud to serve, and even more proud to represent the women who continue to push forward, redefine expectations, and prove that we are more than capable of answering the call. As I close, I cannot close without mentioning the tremendous amount of support I've had along my journey. My loyal friends, more like brothers, who've had my back from day one in the Fire Academy, going on 7 years strong. My classmates of the greatest class of all time, class of 18-1. They've always got my back. They always show up in supporting of me. I also would like to give a huge thank you to my Fire Chief Larry Tillman, my Union President, Kevin Benford, EMS Director, James Morris. They truly have shown up and shown out today and supported me. And last but not least, I must give a huge thank you to my family and longtime friend. If no one else, they always support me and always are rooting for me. I am their friend, their daughter, their sister, their aunt, saving lives in the streets of Gary. Thank you all for your continuous support. And also, I would like to congratulate all of the tremendous and amazing women here today being honored. May you all continue on doing greater things, keep soaring, and stay resilient. Thank you. I'm dropping stuff.
Our fire department, the Gary Fire Department, it started in 1906. Here we are 120 years later. Ashley was only the third woman on the Gary Fire Department. Yeah. I'm gonna take it further. When we come on the fire department, they have to be EMTs, but they don't have to be paramedics. That's something that they volunteer to do. They have to go out and get that on their own. They have to pay for it on their own. They get reimbursed once they get it, but they have to do that on their own. Ashley went out, took it upon herself to become a paramedic on her own. While she was still working. Wait a minute, oh, I gotta go further. Ashley came out of Gary West Side. Okay. She came out of ROTC, from there she went to the Army. From the Army, she came to the fire department, right? The whole time she's been working on the fire department, she's still in the Army, she's in the reserve. So she still goes down train, she's still an active member fighting for our country and protecting us in the country. So she will take those things very and across the country. What else can I give you? Ashley has done this too. Ashley is the first sworn firefighter, female paramedic on the Gary Fire Department. The very first. The first amendment. I can keep on what Ashley can sing. She sang. Now she can sing. Ashley can sing. She can't. She can. On 9/11 she sang. This is Ashley, y'all. We so proud of her. Not only is she a paramedic, she's a chief paramedic. She became a chief paramedic. As soon as she got her paramedic license, she became chief paramedic. And she didn't put in for the position. The chief, when he found her, we went and said, Ashley, will you do this, please? Will you be a paramedic? Because of her leadership. And right now, she's a chief paramedic. On her shift, she's over 13 years. And the last thing I'm going to say, you all know that Gary, Indiana is the only predominantly black fire department in the state of Indiana. So Ashley is the only black woman. And she's paramedic of the year. She was the 2024 paramedic of the year.
Can sing. I was blown away. That girl can sing. Please join me in giving a round of applause to all of our honorees today. Congratulations again, ladies. It's an honor to be able to honor each and every one of you. And you all fall in so many different categories. So you might have won for education, but you're also an entrepreneur and have your business. And, so just shows you the many hats that we wear. I want to now invite up Melissa Borum. She is from Taft Law, and they are our title sponsor for this event.
Good afternoon, everyone. As Crystal knows, I am a lobbyist, so we try not to get behind a mic as often as possible, but here we are. Thank you again for allowing us to be the title sponsor. Please let's give Crystal another round of applause for engineering such an amazing brunch. It is an absolute pleasure to be here as the title sponsor and to give remarks at an event where we gather to celebrate exceptional women from our community. Today we honor women who have broken barriers, forged new pathways, and made lasting marks in their respective fields. Our honorees have not only excelled in their careers, but have also uplifted others. In a world where challenges are abundant, these remarkable women have shown resilience, courage, and determination. They have broken through glass ceilings, and they have paved the way for future generations. Their journeys remind us of the importance of perseverance and the power of believing in oneself. As we celebrate these trailblazers, we must also think about the future. It is up to us to continue their legacy by supporting and nurturing the next generation of female leaders. Let us commit to creating environments where young women can thrive, innovate, and lead without limitations. To our honorees, thank you for your contributions and for being beacons of hope and inspiration in our community. Your stories motivate us all to pursue our dreams with vigor and to stand up for what we believe in. You are a testament to the strength and resilience of women everywhere. In closing, let us celebrate not just the achievements of these incredible women, but also the spirit of unity and support that brings us together this afternoon. May we all leave here inspired and make a difference in our communities, and to continue championing equality and equality for all. Thank you again.
Before I close out, I would like to have our mayor come back up. He wants to say a few words, and then I'll close out.
Thank you. Again, I want to congratulate Crystal and her team for doing a phenomenal job. on your way out, make sure if you can, we have a petition downstairs that helped the city of Gary to win the new Lake County Convention Center. So it doesn't matter if you live in Gary or not, just sign it. Because this will be an economic engine. These are my closing remarks. Thank you all for being here today. Your presence, your energy, and your commitment to our great city means everything to us. Events like this remind us of the power of community. When we come together, we uplift each other, and we move forward stronger than ever. I'll leave you with these words from Galatians 6 and 9. Let us not grow weary in well-doing, for in due season we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. So let's keep pressing forward, believing in what's possible, and working together hand in hand. God bless.
You know, an event like this honestly couldn't even be done without each and every one of you. You can have a vision and people not support. I have to, again, thank our sponsors. I mean, I never wanted to charge for an event to celebrate our women. I didn't want there to be any reason why everyone couldn't be in attendance. So I have to thank our sponsors again. Please give them a round of applause. It means so much to me. You know, when I reached out, there was no hesitation to say, yes, we will support. I had others that wanted to support. We kind of ran out of room, so, which is kind of a good problem to have. And so when I think about next year, definitely a bigger venue. And because I don't like turning people away and saying we sold out. Like, we sold out in literally like 3 hours, which is, to me, a testament to community, as the mayor just said, and the true desire to be around a positive group of women, to be able to uplift one another. It's just a great thing. And so again, I'm gotta go through our sponsors: Taft Law, title sponsors, platinum sponsors, Haywood and Fleming Associates, Gary Firefighters, Local 359, Edgewater Health, WDS Group and Northwest Indiana Health Disparities Council, Tolbert and Tolbert, LLC, gold sponsor, Harris Law Firm, silver, DJ All Owt, bronze, Community HealthNet. In order to put on any event or chair any event, it takes an entire team of people. When I tell you this team is amazing, they are amazing. So I have to acknowledge the people who helped me to put this on today. You have the Office of the Mayor. So Eddie, thank you. Because you know, you can have a vision all day, and we talked a lot about, you know, how great women are, and we are, and how many hats we hold, but when I had to throw that in there. But let's give it up for the strong men that support us, that support us, come alongside us, encourage us, and to help make our visions a reality. So thank you very much, and your entire office. Kiana, I know she's here somewhere. Thank you. When I first met her, first of all, one of the 6 people you're gonna ever meet, and she's like, whatever I can do to help. And from the very beginning, whether it was this event, whether it was the back to school event, she's in that like war room, right? Like when you're at ground zero trying to figure out, okay, this is what I want to do. Does this make sense? Challenge my thinking. What else can I do? What else can we do to make it better? So Kiana, I am grateful for you. And Ellis, I call him for everything. He don't get tired of me. Maybe he's gone already, but I definitely want to thank Ellis, Marsha, and the entire Office of the Mayor. The Gary Parks Department, Miss Mattee, I mean to tell you, she has been amazing. I know she's here somewhere. I see you back. Thank you so much. She told me a couple days ago, now this is my first time that I remember like really meeting and talking to her in person, but a couple days ago she told me, she said, listen, I own this piece, don't you worry about it. And when I tell you she owned it and took care of it, And to be able to trust people to do what they say they're gonna do, it is a blessing. Thank you. Thank you. The Gary Communications and Media Department, what I tell you, that is a bad department, boy. Listen, I thought they were tired of me. I knew they were tired, and I don't know if they was just being nice, but they were like, it's been so great to work with you, so I'm hoping, you know, it was, but, because I know I'm deadline driven, and I'm specific, and I know what I want, but they are a great team. Erica Blackwell, and her entire team, and I hope I don't miss anybody, but Ron, thank you, Tammy, Alexis, Isaiah, Bryson, and Aaron is here. Thank you all so very much. Isaiah, yeah, I said his name. Thank you so much for everything. I mean, you all met with me consistently, and you guys were on top of things, literally. So thank you so much to that entire team for making this possible. I want to thank my friend Kyra for taking time out of her busy schedule, her and her beautiful daughter and her family for coming here today. It really means a lot, again, to have support when your friends support you. Let's give it up for Dapper Eats and Damian Miller for the food. You know, his entire team, thank you. You know, he told me, he said, First Lady, I got this, don't rush. I said, all right, Damian. So I appreciate that and all of their work. My girlfriend, since we were 17, Danielle Harris, she's here somewhere. And there she go waving her hand. I appreciate you. The decor and everything is her. She's helped us through the years on many things, whether it was campaign related or city related. So I just appreciate you for your vision and working with me. DJ All Owt. These are his equipment. You know, when I called and asked him if he could do this event, he said, Crystal, I love my city and anything that I can do. So I thank you, DJ All Owt. I know you're up there and you can hear me because this is your mic. Thank you so much for always supporting our events and giving back. Thank you very much. And I have a lot of volunteers. I would say little, but they're not little anymore. They're our children, okay? They're no longer little, they're big. So if you ain't seen them in a while, they will shock you. Anaya, our oldest daughter, thank you, she helped me out. Melanie, I'm not sure where there's a little hand going up in the back. Melanie, she's home from college for the weekend. Thank you so much for coming down and helping me out. And then Eddie and Christian in the back, our baby boys. Thank you so much for, helping Mom, because I said, now look, that's what my mom had. I need you to be ready at 9 o'clock, because we got to go. And so it was 9 o'clock, and I was getting my last little things. Christian like, Mom, we in the car, we ready. I was like, okay. So I appreciate them, because it really does take a village. It takes a tribe of people